Hey, just getting a little organized here. Susan Lazar Hart welcoming you to an Eclipsical Monday. Can you say that? Eclipsical Monday? Well, I just did. Welcome to Congruent Living, your space and place to meet others like-minded who are asking for more, who are spreading their wings, who are shifting and changing as we change, as the planet shifts, as the universe shifts, touching what actually is important to you in creating a life you love. Now, today, there's an eclipse going on. And what's the cool part about that? Well, it's all about decluttering. It's all about letting go. It's all about being present, which are all the things that I love to talk about with all of you. Now, this month I put up a poll and I asked you, what is it that you want to be talking about this month? And you said decluttering, both physically and emotionally. And so I thought, what better time to go live? Have you ever noticed how things feel a little bit different during an eclipse? An eclipse actually is calling us into a period of reflection. It's a time to reassess, release, and ultimately lead to the transformations that you're asking for, both inside and out. So during an eclipse, it's the cosmic forces of light and dark that fall into balance. It's fostering energies that are harmonious with ourselves, within and without. It's really that time to just, and I love it because it's April. And that, I don't know about you, but that's the time for me where I generally take an aerial view of how I've been creating, what I've been creating with, and what I need to let go of as I spring into, it's springtime in North America, a different sense of being. So please take this time with this eclipse, take a pause, step outside, put your glasses on, and I'm inviting you to evaluate the current trajectory of your life. Because as you know, I'm all about living in the question. So here's your first one. As you're in this space, whether you're into the eclipse or not, ask yourself, get in touch with your life and living, how you're creating your life, and ask yourself, if things continue as they are for me, what destination am I heading towards? Because it's all about what the seeds you're planting now, or the bulbs you planted in the fall, and how they're coming up. And this eclipse season offers us a powerful energy to align with the path that we're asking to play with and create on for our highest good. So what can you expect? Expect things that no longer serve you to pop up right in front of you, such as behaviors, limiting beliefs, projects, projections, people's habits, addictions, and anything else that's keeping you stuck in a lower vibration of consciousness and well-being. So as you cut loose from things and snip away at old energetic ties, it's also good to set intentions for the changes we want to see in our lives. Now, for myself, I've been committed to going into my Akashic records for 40 days. I'm into, I guess, the 32nd day. And that's all about letting go and really setting my intention with a future that I'd like to create, that I'm asking to create, that I can set into my records, and to amplify those intentions as I co-create with the universe. So that's, to me, what being present with the eclipse is all about, what being present with April is all about, and what this theme of decluttering is all about. It's actually a perfect metaphor for being present. I love it, right? It's about letting go to the old and making space for the new. Hey, if you're listening, give me a thumbs up or a heart. I know I don't go live very often. This seemed to me the perfect time to be actually present with the changes that we're all asking for. So we're not just talking about tidying up shelves. This month is all about decluttering both personally and physically. It's cleaning our whole lives like a spring clean. So if you're ready for this one, give me a thumbs up because we're going to go all in. Why decluttering? Well, again, I put up a poll and that's the topic that came out loud and clear. So if you're feeling overwhelmed by clutter, only to realize it's making you physically messy, you might kind of tap in and ask where else And what else is becoming messy in your lives? And that's why this topic is so important, because clearing out the clutter can actually help you breathe, think clearer, live happier. And that, I don't know about you, but that does it for me. When I take an aerial view of how I'm creating and what we're creating together, it's about really asking what is creating the greatest amount of possibilities here. And is this just keeping me busy? Where am I asking to go? What's the trajectory of where I'm asking to play? And that's another question I might ask you. Where are you asking to go in 2024? What clutter can you let go of? Is there anything that's just keeping you busy that's not actually creating a life you love? I want to share with you, a few years back, I was cleaning up my office. I often put pictures of that up on because it goes from messy to clean to messy to clean. And I found an old postcard from a friend. And it wasn't just a piece of paper. It was like finding a hidden message from the universe. And it got me thinking how many of us have those forgotten corners, both in our homes and our hearts, filled with things that we no longer need, and filled with things that we put there on purpose to remind us, but they're covered up with all kinds of other stuff. So it's kind of like a personal eclipse. You have this message to yourself and you've covered it up with a whole bunch of stuff. And it's actually revealing the shadows that you've been ignoring. So that's my question for you. What is it that you've been ignoring that's tugging at you, that's in the shadows, that if you actually cleared out everything else, would gift you the information, the impetus, the awareness that you've been asking for? Because all of that comes from within you. Nobody can give that to you. So when we start to clear out the physical clutter, you're going to find out you're going to be clearing out the mental clutter and the emotional clutter. And as you sift through everything, I want you to ask this question. Does this spark joy? Am I holding on to this, him, her, they, that, out of habit or guilt? It's a good question. If I wasn't holding on to this, who would I be? Now, I'm always about being in the question. Get the question out of your head. Take some time after listening to this and put it on paper. And I love your feedback. I love the responses I get from all of you. And if you're watching this later, please hashtag replay. Let's talk about emotional visualization. I want you to picture how you want your space to feel like. Right? That's why I call it emotional visualization. Visualize how your space, and then what does that feel like? What does that gift you? I know when I clear everything out of my desk and out of my office, and all of a sudden, next time I walk in, there's all kinds of space there. And how does that feel? Right? Tap into that, because it's your feelings that are going to be the leaders. It's how this makes you feel. If I clear this out, 6 months from now, what would that feel like? To have a brand new space, a brand new business, a brand new relationship, whatever that is for you. Keep that image in front of you and use it as your North Star to motivate you when you need the motivation through this process. Because again, you're the only one that can motivate you. Nobody else can. So whatever that is for you, whether it's clearing out a relationship, clearing out where you're stuck in your finances, clearing out your office, don't forget about gratitude. Each time you decide to part with something, take a moment to thank it. Thank it before letting it go. Send it back with love for the highest good of all. So this helps release any lingering attachments and make this process so much more joyful. And don't forget about the ripple effect of decluttering. As you declutter your physical space, you're going to notice other areas in your life starting to shift. Maybe you'll feel more creative, less stressed, or just plain happier. It's about clearing out the old. You're sending signals to the universe. You're ready for new adventures and possibilities. And remember, everything's created twice. So if you have something in here that you want to be creating with, that you need to just let go of that, it's already here for you. So as we witness the dance of light and shadows in the skies today, let's take it as a nudge from the cosmos to start our own process of transformation. It's a powerful time for change. And with a little bit of courage and a few mindset tools in our belt, we can clear the way for new growth and possibilities. Remember that decluttering, much like an eclipse, is a powerful opportunity for reflection and renewal. It's not always easy to let go of the old. I'm not saying it is, but it's so worth it for the clarity and the freedom it brings. It's about you committing to you. So, are you ready to commit to you and what you say you've been asking for? Write it down. Look at it. And ask yourself, what do I need to let go of in order for this to happen? And then let me know. Because, I love to hear what's going on in your life. So let's embark on this journey together, supporting each other along the way. Share your decluttering stories, your struggles and successes in the comments below. And some of you have already, about what clearing things out is doing for you. Bring it on. I love to read them. Let's inspire and uplift one another. That's who we are. That's why we're here. Until we meet again, thanks for tuning in to Ask Susan. If you're watching this on our YouTube station or channel, like and share it, subscribe. If you're watching it here, tell me what's popping for you. I can't wait to hear about the amazing changes you're making, and we will continue this next Monday. Until then, live boldly, love greatly, and be that fearless leader you came here to be. One who doesn't have a stopping point. One who's here to live, to shift, to change, to grow, to taste, to feel, to be the joy you came here to be. Thanks so much, and enjoy the eclipse. Bye-bye.